ever drive home from pool room and seriously consider quitting? Just giving it up for good, never walking up to another pool table for the rest of your life. And of course, you didn't quit, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. So you hung in there. But what you did from that point determined whether you were going to be a champion or just another pool player. Now is the time. And there's two things that can happen. Either you quit, and a lot of people quit. They just give it up. They say, okay, this is not worth the effort. And they quit, and they go on and they take up golf or tennis or whatever they do. Or they hang in there. And they're back at the pool room the next night or the night after that. They're back at the grind. So here it is. Of course, that's you. Again, you won't be watching this video if it wasn't you. So now you're back at the pool room. But what are you doing? Are you just playing through what people call slump? Are you working on your game? This is what every single pool player, this is the crossroads that we all cross. When you're champion, the guy that goes on to be a pro, a winning pro, decides at that moment, I have things I need to work on, and they get back at it the next night and they work on what sucked the night before. That's it. Some people learn this at a very early age, and some just never learn it, so they go through their whole life being okay. Dreadful some nights, champions other nights, but the averages, yeah, they're okay. They can play. I played bad last night, and it wasn't just, for a half hour or just a couple games. It was all night long. And it wasn't my shot making. I shot my way out of some serious problems all night long because I was getting in serious problems all night long, and it was my position play. And going a little bit long, or coming up a little bit short, or hitting balls accidentally on the way to get in position, scratching. I even miscued a couple times. Every time I got back in line, I seemed to fall back out of line, and it was really. I tried hard. I learned that lesson a long time. I tried hard to keep my opponent from knowing how incredibly frustrating it was. And it is, that if you're a pool player. This game is so incredibly frustrating. And I drove home thinking, maybe it's time. I'm 54 years old. Maybe it's time to just call it a day, get on to something that's going to be a little more fulfilling and satisfying and rewarding. And then I caught myself thinking like a loser. These are the thoughts of a failure. It's not time to quit. It's time to fix what's broke, and that's the key. Champion players won't just say, well, I'm going to hang in there and I'm just going to shoot my way out of it. They never get anywhere if you think like that. You have to actually work on what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing wrong, number one. And you have to work on it. You have to fix it. And you have to drill it into your subconscious so it just never happens again. If it does happen again, you know what to do about it. So yeah, you're either going to quit, you're going to hang in there and do nothing to fix it, or you're going to hang in there and fix it. So if you really want to up your game, you're going to have to hang in there and fix it. It's the only way you're going to excel your game. So if there's any secret, and this isn't just pool, this is anything. I think pool is a little more frustrating than most. Maybe golf, from what I hear, is a similar frustration level. But I'm sure there's millions of golfers who quit playing golf or try to shoot through what a lot of people call a slump. It's not a slump. It's nature telling you, look, you got to fix this, dummy, or I ain't letting you go any further. So you fix it. Well, it doesn't help to show up to the pool room looking like a homeless person. I didn't realize I looked so bad. But, okay, let's get off the negativity and let's take a look at this table. Hey, during this recording, the air conditioner might come on and it tends to drown out all the sound. So I'll have to pause. This will only take a second for you. It takes about 20 minutes for me. The key shots in this rack are the 5 to the 6 and the 1 to the 2. Look at all this traffic I have to maneuver through to get on the short side of the 2 ball. Yeah, this is like a complete maze. I'm trying to avoid, I'm going 3 routes here and trying to avoid hitting 8 balls on the table. I've been over there looking at the path of the cue ball to do this, and you might say, why not just play safe on the 1 and just sort of bank it down here while sending the cue ball up here. And that's not a bad plan, but I know this table better than anybody who's ever played on it. And this corner of this pocket is liable to hit the cue ball, or the cue ball is liable to hit it. It's bigger than it's supposed to be. It was cut totally wrong. And so if I tried that, it's apt to fail and send the cue ball down where the 1 is. So I decided a much better plan is to play safe on the 2. But I'm going to go for it. I mean, the aggressive nature of my game is to go for it first, and a secondary thought is, okay, if I screw it up, I'll play safe on the 2. So I know I'm going to get down here. I know I can avoid these 3 balls. It's these 3 that are the problem, and coming up a little too sharp of an angle on the 2 and hitting the 2 is also a problem. So yeah, like I said, it's 8 balls, but the 3 to the 4 is easy enough. The 4 to the 5 is easy enough. The problem with the 6 ball is we need to get right where the cue ball is to make this 6 and come out back to center table for the 7. Okay, here's the air coming on, so there's going to be a cut here, but I'll be right back in a second. So once we get the right position on the 6, 7, 8, and 9 are a simple 4-ball run out. You shouldn't have any problems with that. Going back to the 1, you have to put a little bit of draw on this ball, left hand bottom English, because you want to increase the angle before it hits this rail. So you want a sharper angle coming off here, coming off this top rail, and bouncing above the 5. You don't want to go below the 5, because if you just put left-hand English on this, it's going to come off this rail and it's going right into the 5. So we want to avoid that, and you don't want to go below the 5, because then it's coming right back up onto the 8. And if you magically avoid the 8, you're probably going to hit this 7. There's just too much can go wrong, so you have to draw into position. And we're shooting for this window between the 4 and the 6, going right through here. Let's see what happens here. Gotta juice it, left hand bottom. So we got through there, and I think I avoided all other balls too, but it came up short. Now I can blame this on the dead rail here at the top of the table, and this one isn't much better. On a diamond, there's no doubt I would have got perfect on this 2 ball. But I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I know this table better than anyone, and I know how to play on it, so there's really no excuses. So here we are bad on the 2, and we can cut this too, but you're going all the way back up table, and the chances are very, very good that you're going to wind up with no shot on the 3. You're cutting the cue ball loose, and you don't want to do that. So this is a 2-way shot to play safe and to try to get back around here with the cue ball while banking this too. I'm aggressively shooting the bank. I want to make this bank shot, but I also don't want to be stupid about it. If it rattles and it's left right in the pocket, which is always a great chance if the ball rattles, you're going to leave your opponent straight out. Not an easy out, but you're going to leave him under control, and you don't want to do that, because if he just gets bad on this 6 ball, he's going to play safe, and we're all screwed. So here we go. I'm banking this and trying to play safe, and I missed the safety. I don't come up far enough over here, so if I had rattled that ball, he's got a clear path to shoot this 2, and I try to come back around for the 3. So if I didn't make that, I lost the game. The 2 to the 3, you get a little bit of a difficult angle because of the extreme cut shot, but you should come up somewhere around center table. So here we are on the 4, and normally I would draw this back off this rail and comes through here. Try to get a decent shot on the 5, but with this traffic in the way, we can't do that. So we have to go long and put top on this and go right before the scratch off this angle here and try to hit the long rail to come up and pass the 6. And yeah, so you have all this room to get on this 5 ball. You don't want an extreme cut. You don't want to wind up on the rail on this 5 ball, but you want to get somewhere around that oval. No English. Just maybe I should have put English. Yeah, I probably should have put. What would that be? Right hand English on this to avoid hitting that 6 ball. Now the 6 ball is even a bigger problem than it was before. So the only real pocket we have is this one and this one. So your best shot is to try to get somewhere around here, as straight in as you can get for the 6 ball in the side. It's not going to be easy to get from to the foot. Again, I'm going, looks like 3 rails back on the 6. A lot of right hand English on this. Just running English to get back down there. Yeah, and it looks like I drew it, and that was a big mistake because that's why I hit the 5 ball. Let's take another look. Yeah, I'm drawing the ball. I'm putting right hand English on it like you're supposed to. But trying to go above the 9 and the 8 and come back down here. And that draw increased the angle off the 5 and made it too sharp, and it came back and hit the 9. And this is how it went all night long, and now look what I have on the 6. I can hit it. Most good players would tell me to play safe here. But I'm going to bank it. I'm feeling aggressive and a bit frustrated. My position game is off, and it never let up. It stayed this way all night long. Left hand bottom on this because this is a very wide angle. If you put right hand bottom on it, it's going to come off the cue. I only have a little bit of the cue ball to shoot at, and it'll come up short and go too long and miss if you put right hand English on it. The good thing about putting right hand English on it is you're going to get safe behind this 7 ball. So we're juicing it a bit and we're going for it. The issue with it is it's going to bounce out right to here for a straight-in shot on the 6 or the 7 ball. But if we miss this and rattle it, you just lost the game. So it's aggression. I just went for it. Comes the air again. Another pause here. Alright, so here's where we are. Somebody makes a crack here that I should, as I'm shooting a 7, that I should just bank out from there because my bank is working. So that's where this reaction is coming from. Yeah, I got a rail bird or 2 or 5 board. Simple out from there. So it's just that's it. One of the more ugly games I've posted here on YouTube, but there's a lot to learn from it too. And I think the main lesson is to fix these problems. To figure out that the whole issue here is getting bad position play. And don't just blow it off and hope it'll get better. You're going to have to bear down on your game and fix it. Take some time by yourself. Go out and rent a table for 5 hours and just focus on it. That's it. Another video.